What's up everyone? Thanks for clicking on the video. Today we're going to be taking a look at Ultra Age for Nintendo Switch. This game was announced only a few months ago and a demo for it just dropped on the eShop. So if you're even just a little bit curious about it, I highly recommend grabbing your Switch and starting to download now because I think you're gonna like it. Ultra Age is a fast-paced action RPG akin to the Final Fantasy VII Remake meets Phantasy Star Online meets Lost Planet. It's set in the far future when Earth's resources have seemingly become depleted and mankind is forced to find a new home on a distant planet. The demo was only a small sliver of what we can come to expect, but from what I've played so far, I've really enjoyed it. This is an action game through and through, so if you enjoy games like Devil May Cry, Astral Chain, or even the more recent Final Fantasy VII Remake, you'll be right at home here. The combat is easy enough for almost anyone to just pick up and start playing, but with the number of combos you can pull off, weapons at your disposal, and powerful skills, it seems like there's a lot more going on here than initially meets the eye. It took me about 10 minutes of fighting through random enemies before I really started getting the hang of the different systems in place, but once I did, I really started to enjoy it. You can pull off some pretty cool anime-style takedowns and finishers, which surprisingly doesn't really feel all that repetitive. Well, at least not in the demo. And there's even a neat little grappling hook that you get right from the start that lets you pull enemies closer to you if they drift too far away. But the real meat of the combat is all about choosing the right weapon against the right enemies, and knowing when to switch weapons to take down even tougher enemies. Each enemy is affected by a certain weapon type and elemental damage, so you always have to keep the focus on what sword you're using and when you need to use it. For example, if you're fighting robots, you need to use lightning weapons to maximize your damage output. And that same mechanic plays into exploration too. Some pathways are locked off by elemental walls that you can only destroy if you have the right weapon. There's no open world, but there are a lot of branching paths and secrets that seem to encourage exploration. How big the game world is and how much there is to do though is still in question, but we'll find out soon enough when the game hopefully releases before the end of this year. Now visually on Switch, the game looks a little blurry at 720p when docked, but playing in handheld mode surprisingly makes it look a lot better, like way better. The game still aims to run at 30 frames per second, but I did notice a few hitches when fighting more than 3 enemies at once, so hopefully they'll patch that up before release. If you don't really care about the portable factor and you'd rather play the prettiest version of this game, it is also slated to be released on PS4 and PC at the same time as the Switch version. The devs have been pretty tight-lipped about what else we can expect from Ultra Age, but if the demo is any indication, I'm sure there's going to be a ton of different weapons, enemy types, huge action set pieces, and hopefully some pretty epic boss battles. So those are my first impressions of Ultra Age for Nintendo Switch. You can and you should download the demo today from the eShop and check it out for yourself. And when you do, let me know in the comments below if you're sold on it and if you'll be picking it up at launch. Anyway, if you enjoyed the video, please give it a like and subscribe for more videos just like this one. Thanks and have a great day.